Hello everybody, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get this cool weapon in Pilgrammed, and also farm a ton of gold by doing the Evil Army mission. So this weapon that you get, the Prime Brand, seems really bad, but after a lot of experimentation I found a few builds which work really well. So this weapon actually lets you fire lasers when you're at full HP. These lasers don't do a lot of damage on their own, but they let you stack the Bloodthirsty buff from range, which lets you go in with full stacks of Bloodthirsty and do a ton of melee DPS to people. Since this weapon can't crit, we go for a status effect build. So let me show you the build first, and then we'll talk about how to get the weapon. For the helmet, you want to use the King Sampod crown. This gives you invincibility when you use your heavy attack, and makes you a lot faster. You can get it by killing the King Sampod with a challenge medal equipped. For the armor piece, we use the Liar armor. The Prime Brand weapon scales with strength, and the extra swing speed lets us do more DPS and stack Bloodthirsty faster. You can buy this from the Liar at the mountain. So our first accessory is the Shiver Stone. This lets you apply Frostburn on your third melee hit. It also lets your Frostburn stack up to 5 times, which synergizes well with our other accessories. We also use the Frostflame Gauntlet, which makes your last melee hit stack fire and Frostburn. You can craft this item at the observatory. The Blood Chalice lets us heal and get back to full HP, which is necessary to fire the lasers. The Frost Cone makes it so that when you reach 5 stacks of Frostburn, the target explodes for like 180 damage. This is really good with our other accessories because since we're swinging really fast, we can apply Frostburn really easy. And finally, the Diamond Ring increases your base damage by 4, which is really useful because we're going to be hitting the enemies a lot. So for the skill tree, we're obviously going to be using Blood first. This lets you increase your attack speed at long range, which is really good. For the defense tree, we go for generic options like Tank Aced, Resilient, and Rally Aced. These will let us live longer, and Rally Aced will let you heal back to full HP. And as always, the last 2 points always go towards Athlete. So for the weapon trait, we go for Small. This reduces your end lag and increases your swing speed, which lets us shoot way more lasers. And for the gem, we use the Insignia gem, which removes end lag from the final hit of the weapon. So in order to actually get this weapon, you have to beat the Evil Army, which coincidentally is one of the easiest ways to farm gold in this game. You want to go to the desert and then turn to the left and you'll see this merchant who is able to sell you the Unstable Crystal. To get the Unstable Crystal, you need Chaos Essence and Arch Energy. You can get Chaos Essence by killing the King Sampod or the Scarecrows, and you can get Arch Energy by killing the Archmage. To get to the Archmage, just spawn a ship at the forest and then head in my direction. Eventually you'll see the Enchanted Island where the Archmage lives. The Archmage is one of the easiest bosses in the game, so I really have no tips on how to fight him except just don't get hit stupidly. You might want to kill him multiple times to get Arch Energy, so you can repeat the Unstable Crystal quest multiple times. Once you've bought the crystal, go gather some friends or do it in a public server, and then use the crystal in the prairie. This King NPC will spawn, and you'll have to defend him for 20 rounds. It's pretty difficult, especially on the Marauder rounds and the Witch rounds. The King will take a ton of damage and there's no way to heal him. So I guess my tips are just to play with friends who you know can do it. A good build for this would be the Haunted Scythe build, which I posted a video on. It has AoE and does a ton of damage. It might take you a few times, but you should be able to reach wave 20. And then I believe there's a 50% chance of you getting the Prime Brand weapon. Since this game mode spawns so many NPCs, you actually get a ton of gold by doing this. And outside of fishing, it's probably one of the best gold farming methods. So as far as how you're meant to use this weapon or build, the lasers don't apply a lot of accessory effects, so I think it's almost impossible to make a build better than the one that I'm using. The way you want to use it is you want to try and stack up your Bloodthirsty at max range, then go in and spam melee attack to apply Frostburn on your enemy. The Diamond Ring makes it so that you're doing a lot of damage even though you have no penetration. And the Sampod Crown lets you dodge enemies' attacks while using your heavy attack. I find that to be a good source of damage if you're unable to stack up your Bloodthirsty. Obviously use the Blood Chalice to heal to full HP so you can shoot lasers. Okay, that's everything I have for this video. I'm a bit crunched on time because Arcane Odyssey is about to drop. If you guys want to see my videos on that, then consider subscribing to the channel. Other than that, peace out.